The June 27th, 2011 meeting of the Planning and Economic Development Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Esposito.
Here.
Mr. Hanna.
Here.
Chairman Holland.
Here.
Mr. Monroe. Here. Mr. McCann.
Here.
Is there anyone signed up for the public forum?
No, sir.
Is there anyone present who is not signed up to speak and who would like to address the committee at this time? The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You have the May 23rd, 2011 minutes before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any change by the end of the day. The next item on the agenda is new business. Mr. Clerk?
Referral 11-166, authorized additions to...
Moved by Legislator Hanna, seconded by Legislator McCann. Is there any discussion? Legislator Esposito.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The first parcel on this referral, 420 Valentine Road, is a golf driving range. So I'd like to understand, through you, Mr. Chairman, to the administration, why we're being requested today to add it to the Ag District.
Through the chair, the parcel has gone through review by Dr. Robert King at MCC, who's also staff to the Farmland Protection Board. It's their responsibility to determine that properties are eligible to be in the Ag District. Part of the criteria is that the majority of the property is viable agricultural land, and that is the case with that parcel. I believe that part of the parcel behind or adjacent to the driving range is currently being leased to a local farmer.
Okay, so through you, Mr. Chairman, only a portion of the parcel being requested to add to the district is being used as a driving range. The rest of it is currently being leased out as viable agricultural land or actually in use as agricultural land?
Through the chair, that's correct.
Okay, and through you, Mr. Chairman, so viable agricultural land does not mean it has to be a working farm. It just has to be something that can be one day. Is that how it's determined?
Through the chair, that's my understanding, yes.
The referral indicates that a report is prepared by the Agricultural and Farmland Protection Board. Is that something that we can see before the next, does this come to Ways and Means? Well, before full legislature at least?
Through the chair, certainly we can do that. What happens is that the Agriculture and Farmland Protection Board send a recommendation to the clerk of the legislature, and that's how the property gets into the process.
And does that report typically, through you, Mr. Chairman, contain more detail about why it's being added to the district or how the board determines that it's viable agricultural land?
Through the chair, it includes some detail, but I guess if there are specific questions about the viability or the qualifications for the property, I would direct those to Dr. King, who's responsible for making that determination through the Farmland Protection Board. He'll be here for the public hearing, and you can ask specific questions at that time.
That'd be great, and if I could request to get the report before that so I could be better prepared, because through you, Mr. Chairman, there is another issue that I want to at least make sure you're aware of and see if there's an answer to, is that our check of this parcel indicates that they've not paid property taxes, at least going back through 2008, and I'm wondering how a parcel that could have back taxes owed for multiple years is eligible to be added to an ag district. Through you, Mr. Chairman.
Through the chair, we'll have to look into that to see what the situation is.
All right, I'd love to have that answer and the report before the hearing. Until that time, I'm going to vote no in this referral.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? The motion is passed. Is there any other matter to come before this committee? There being no further business for the June 27th, 2011 meeting of the Planning and Economic Development Committee stands. adjourned. The next meeting of the Planning and Economic Development Committee is scheduled for July 25th, 2011.